The UFC has been rewarding outstanding performances with $50,000 bonuses for some time now. But who gets this reward and what does it take to earn it? That's what we will find out today. What is up, guys? Today we'll look at how fighters earn the $50,000 bonus for the most spectacular knockout or submission. Do you think that any fighter could get this bonus if he tried hard enough? Well, not every fighter gets this bonus, but some do. And it's not easy to predict who will get the bonus. Even Dana White has said that he couldn't predict who would get the bonus before the fight. So what do we mean when we say that every fighter wants this bonus? What is so special about this bonus? Is it because the amount is really big? You might be surprised to know that $50,000 isn't a big amount in the UFC, especially considering the amounts that are bet on the fights. Yes, according to some sources, the total amount bet on one fight can be as high as $30 million. The UFC takes a percentage of each bet and distributes that money to the fighters. This means that even a fighter who loses the fight can make millions if they win the bonus. But why do fighters want this bonus so much? There are two main reasons. First, it's a life-changing amount of money for many. Let me explain. In general, UFC fighters don't make much money from their fights. Some of them have to work other jobs to pay the bills. So a $50,000 bonus can mean a lot to them. It can help them pay for rent, food, training, and all the other expenses that come with being a fighter. It's important to remember that not all fighters are created equal. Some are more experienced and skilled than others. And those who are better at fighting tend to make more money. However, there are still many fighters who struggle to make ends meet. So a $50,000 bonus can be a real lifesaver for some of them. Secondly, it pushes them to take risks. As mentioned before, some fighters have to work other jobs to pay the bills. It means they have to be very careful during the fights and not get hurt. If they get hurt, they can't work their other jobs, and they won't be able to make money. That's why some fighters play it safe during the fights and try not to take any unnecessary risks. However, if a fighter wants to get the $50,000 bonus, they need to be willing to take risks and put on a spectacular performance. And many fighters are willing to do that because of the bonus. That's right. For many fighters, the $50,000 bonus is worth taking some risks. It's an incentive to put on a good show for the fans and to go for the knockout or submission. It also rewards fighters for their skill and bravery. A knockout or submission is not easy to achieve. It takes a lot of skill, technique, and timing to do it well. So it's fitting that the UFC rewards fighters with a bonus for doing it. The bonus is also a reward for the bravery that these fighters display in the octagon. They are willing to step into a cage and fight another human being. It takes a lot of courage, and it's something that should be rewarded. The UFC has been giving out bonuses for some time now, and it's become a popular part of the fights. Fans love to see the fireworks, and fighters love to get the extra money. It's a win-win situation. Now let's talk about who actually gets this bonus. It's not given to just anyone. It's given to the fighter who puts on the most spectacular performance. That means that the fighter must have done something amazing, like a knockout or a submission. It's not enough to just win the fight. The fighter must have done something that wows the crowd and the judges. That's why it's called the Performance of the Night bonus. It's given to the fighter who puts on the best performance, not just the one who wins. And believe me, the competition is fierce. All the fighters on the card are fighting for this bonus. They want that extra $50,000. That's why you often see fighters going for the knockout or submission early in the fight. They want to end the fight quickly and make a statement. They want to wow the crowd and the judges, and they want to be the ones who get the Performance of the Night bonus. To sum it up, the Performance of the Night bonus is given to the fighter who puts on the most spectacular performance. It's a knockout or submission, and it's not easy to get. It takes a lot of skill, technique, and courage to do it. But the bonus is worth it. It's a life-changing amount of money for many fighters, and it's a great reward for their hard work and bravery. Now, let's talk about how to celebrate when you get the Performance of the Night bonus. When a fighter wins the Performance of the Night bonus, they are usually very happy. They have just put on a great performance, and they have just earned $50,000. So you can imagine that they are pretty excited. The UFC usually announces the winner of the Performance of the Night bonus after the fight. The fighter is usually standing in the octagon, and the UFC announcer comes over and gives them the bonus. The fighter is usually very grateful, and they will thank the UFC and the fans for the bonus. They will also talk about their performance and how they felt during the fight. After that, the fighter will usually go to the locker room to celebrate with their team. They will have some food and drinks, and they will talk about the fight. They will also celebrate with their family and friends. They will go out to dinner or to a bar, and they will celebrate their victory together. The fighter will also celebrate on social media. They will post about the bonus and the fight, and they will thank their fans for their support. Their fans will be very happy for them, and they will congratulate them on their victory. As you can see, when a fighter wins the performance of the night bonus, they are very happy. It's a great honor and a great reward for their hard work and bravery. Now let's look at some of the most memorable performances of the night. And believe me, there have been many amazing performances that have won this bonus, but some of them stand out more than others. One of the most impressive performances of the night came from Israel Adesanya. He fought Kelvin Gastelum at UFC 236 and won by knockout in the second round. It was an amazing knockout, and it was one of the best performances of his career. Another great performance came from Zhang Weili. She fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk at UFC 248 and won by unanimous decision. It was an amazing fight, and Zhang Weili's performance was outstanding. These are just two examples of the many amazing performances that have won the Performance of the Night bonus. There have been many other fighters who have put on amazing performances and won this bonus. I'm sure that there will be many more in the future. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more great videos like this one. Until next time, remember to keep pushing forward and never give up on your dreams. Thank you, and have a great day.